Hey guys, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So I'm out this morning harvesting what we can from our produce. And take a look at this. We actually have some black strawberry tomatoes this year that have really developed early. So see those really cool colorings. So it's got almost like a gold, and then it's got nice sort of black shoulders. This one is a sweet tomato. I don't know if I have anything else ready. Let's see. Beautiful. Just at that point where they're just enough, when you squish them, you can tell that they're ready. So these are very beautiful tomatoes. We'll put those in our collection today to take up and throw in a sandwich. Let's see what else we have. Now we have our pygmy. These are called pygmy, P-I-G-M-Y, micro tomatoes. So once again, a tomato that doesn't grow any bigger than about a foot tall. Really great for patios. I'm really enjoying growing these. We've been kind of just snacking on them. You can see here, let's take some out. Just the right size to just pop in your mouth as you're going around and harvesting. Now, none of these peppers here, our healthy peppers, are ready, but you can tell they're starting to get some size to them, so that's really good. I'm excited about that. Here is our little peeps tomatoes, which, like I was saying to you before, are not necessarily little. These are supposed to be a micro tomato, but take a look at the size. And we actually have quite a few of them. Now, I've planted a lot, and so they're starting to really get that nice color on them. Check that out. We had these in sandwiches yesterday too. We just sliced them. Let's see if there's anything. Oh yeah, we've got a few quite that are ready here. There we go. So once again, some really beautiful tomatoes, and they don't grow any bigger than about a foot tall. Micro tomatoes come in handy when you just don't have a whole bunch of space, but you want to have more tomatoes than just a couple. So super excited about these. Our sesame is doing what it's got to do. So now you see all up and down the sesame, we've got those pods. I'm waiting for them to turn brown, because once they turn brown, what we can do is we can now sort of break the pods off and take out the sesame. We still got more flowers coming on both of them, so that's good. So we'll have a fair amount of sesame. Sometimes in one of these pods, there's usually about 100 seeds. So if you've got a good stem of sesame, you'll have a lot of seeds. Peppers are still developing on this one. Now, here we go with our lychee tomatoes. So you can see here the lychee has broken through and is now starting to develop. Same with this one here. So we'll get to show you some nice lychee tomatoes. And then here, this is a new tomato that we're growing this year. That's an heirloom, red charcoal. So these are going to be turning a really nice, cool red. And I am excited to see what they taste like. I've never grown them before. Our peanuts are doing really well, so they've actually gotten really nice and tall. And then behind that, we've now got the formation of pods on our ground cherries. So these are going to be slightly larger than what we've grown last year, and I'm really excited about that. So we'll see how they turn out. And behind here, we've got Charlie's Staker. So Charlie's Staker tomato is really kicking out the tomatoes this year. It won't be long before everything is not green, and we're going to have to do a lot of canning. Moving on through these little dots of color here. This is my Tiki Torch sunflower. So this is a freshly opened flower. And as you can tell, they get quite tall, but they're very beautiful. The formation of the seeds is super easy. If I bring that close, you can see. Gives you actually a fair amount of sunflower seeds. All right, let's keep moving through. Now underneath here, we've got some more tomatoes. Let's see what we got here. We've got more tomatoes under here. These are my micro tomatoes. So these are little bonsai tomatoes, and guys, I always have to check to see which tomatoes are which sometimes. But here's our little bonsai tomatoes. Once again, maybe only 12 inches tall, and they give you sort of that nice little micro tomato just to put it as a bite in your salad. Back in here, our pretzel beans are now going to seed. Let's see if I can take that off here. So I'm letting them dry down, and then I'm going to be saving the seed. But do you see how I was saying they sort of curl up? And you eat them just like a fresh green bean, but we decided what we wanted to do was save some of the seeds from these and grow them again next year. And because they're a pole bean, they actually can go outside. Pretty neat. Then in here we have our pink cherry tomatoes. So let's see what we got going on here. Aren't these beautiful? Check it out. So there's our pink cherry tomatoes, guys. They have kind of like these blue shoulders on them, but super sweet. Once again, a really nice snack in the garden. And lots of tomatoes. They need to be staked. They're that tall. I think last year my vines got about, I'm gonna say probably about 7 feet. Oh, here's some more, check it out. Let's take these out of here. Look at that. These are definitely ready to go. You can tell how ripe they are. So I'm looking forward to having those as well. And here we go. Here's our Queen of the Night tomatoes. So you can just start to see slightly now where they're starting to change that gold, orange, and red color with the black shoulders. And then underneath, look how beautiful these tomatoes are underneath. Isn't that amazing? I love the Queen of the Night tomato because it's such an interesting tomato to grow, and it also tastes good. And it also gives you an abundance of tomatoes all at once. And if we look at the one behind it, let's move this out of the way. You see how that's starting to change color. Aren't they cool? I really like those. Yeah, looks like our peppers are starting to change color too. Check it out. So these are our orange stoplight peppers. Just the right amount of pepper to throw on some nachos or have a snack. And then next to this, let me move on through so you can see where they've ripened. These are our Sweetheart cherry tomatoes. So check it out. Look at all the tomatoes you get on one branch. It's awesome, on one vine. I am so impressed with these tomatoes. I've grown them probably about 3 years now in a row. They're beautiful, and if you look at them, they're actually in the shape of a heart. So they're called Sweetheart cherry tomatoes. And once again, this is going to be something that you would need to stake. They give you a ton of really sweet cherry tomatoes, but the vines will reach up over 7 feet easily. Oh boy. So this is what happens when you kind of forget to go around and harvest your zucchini. So if I take a look through here, a couple of them haven't been pollinated, but I'm rewarded with this guy. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Look at this. This is our yellow zucchini, guys. Isn't that beautiful? We did actually throw some seed up in the store. If you guys like, I really like zucchini fried in relishes. You can do so much with zucchinis, and these are really beautiful. And I can say that they're actually a little bit sweeter than the green ones, but beautiful. This part is actually amazing. So we're getting a second crop of blackberries, and they're scattered all the way through, right over into the next part of the greenhouse. So we actually might be lucky and get a second crop before fall hits, which I'm totally excited about. Then we grew a little miniature corn called the Blue Montana. Now, as you can see, I've left this on the vine so that it can dry out. And I haven't actually taken a look at it yet. I can feel that it's sort of full, but why don't we open it up and see? You can tell it's ready. It's turned black up here for its silks, and now we've got really dry husks. So let's see what this looks like. Look at this corn. Now, this is just a baby corn, but look at the seed now that I can save from this corn. See all the purple, sort of spatterings of purple on it. I love that. Amazing. So this is called a Blue Montana corn, just in case you're looking to see if you can find it anywhere. Beautiful. Back in here at the grapevines, check it out. This is nice. Look at the color of these grapes now. Perfect for that jelly or wine that you're looking at making. I think we probably have enough to make some wine, but awesome color and really ready to go. My hands are already getting stained. All right, let's walk on through. Now, guys, we have planted our secondary crops now. It's August, I believe, 3rd or 4th. And so now I've planted some Swiss chard and some beets, hopefully to use it as baby greens, and also another set of lettuce. So this was my potato bed, and we're gonna try and see if we can pull another crop out before the frost hits. I might be pushing it a little, but that's okay. I think we'll do it. Let's walk on through. Some more zucchini. Everything now in the garden is starting to shut down. My onion seeds are ready to go, and I'm trying not to shake them. So these are basically 2-foot tall scallions that you can grow. They're called flagpole scallions, and they start from regular seed, just like a regular onion, but then they tend to get tall like this. And they're still edible this tall. So we've grown them now probably for 2 years in a row, and we really like them. They're really tasty, very strong. Let's walk on through my secondary potato patch that's starting to shut down here. So these are potatoes now that we can start to harvest. They've died down, they're yellow, and a lot of these are just dead and ready to pull up. So I'm kind of lucky with the potatoes. You can leave them in the ground for as long as you need, just as long as they don't go moldy, and then pluck them out when you're ready to go. As a matter of fact, we're going to be canning our potatoes today, so. Here is our pepper bed on the end here. So remember, these were the peppers that got attacked by the deer, so they've made a comeback real quick. If you remember a few videos back, there was just really nothing but a stem left. And here they are, and they look amazing. They look like trees, especially the ones here. This was the potato bed. We've put 2 more beds of potatoes here. Remember, I was gonna see if we could pull out a crop of baby potatoes, so we'll see. And our Cherokee Trail of Tears bean has decided to pop up. So it looks like we're going to have some more Cherokee beans before the end of summer, which is coming fast. If you take a look at my trees way up there, guys, what do you see? The trees are going yellow already, which means probably by the end of August, we're going to start losing leaves here. Another potato bed that is ready to pick. So the potatoes are starting to die down, the tops. They're leaning over, they're ready. We've picked a bunch of beans, so those are already canned and gone. And we're still going to have another crop of beans. So these were just a little bit too small for me to harvest, but check out all the new beans that are coming out. So we'll get 1 or 2 more crops in probably before the end of fall. And then here's my tomatillo bed. So take a look. I'm going to bend down a little bit. The pollinators really like it in here, so the bees get kind of upset when I distract and move things. But take a look through here. They almost look like balloons, don't they? So they've already started to set fruit, and pretty much almost every branch is full of these beautiful purple tomatillos. So there's going to be, there's our pollinator. There's going to be quite a bit of salsa, I'm thinking, this year. Quite by accident. I didn't mean to plant so much of these, but that's what happened. So I'm going to use it all up. Isn't that beautiful? Take a look. Now, yesterday really surprised me. I've been in here and I've been trimming a lot of tomato vines and branches and everything else, and look what I discovered. So sitting at the bottom, I didn't even see them, are some beefeater tomatoes that are growing. So we've got tomatoes out here as well. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I've got to get in here today And I've got to pick all the peas. Look how big the pea pods are now. And then guys, check it out. Look at all the fruit we have. So we've got some cantaloupe now. Everywhere. The cantaloupe is just taken off this year, so we will have that as well. Can't wait. Going through the pea patch. Let's take a look. We are out really getting stuff done today because we realized the weather's changed and we really have to start getting stuff ready before the winter. But these are the size of the peas that I'm getting inside our pea pods. Amazing. Then we've got our corn. So we did a little patch of corn here and a little patch of corn here. Beautiful. Pollinators love the onions. Our flagpole scallions. Take a look at that. He is just going at it. And here's what else we're doing, guys, is we're taking the size of this pond and we're making a smaller pond, and then we're going to be using a lot of this area to put our fruit trees in once it's all smoothed out. So Mr. Not a Real Farm is loading dirt, spreading it around, and moving it to other areas that we need in the driveway. And then we're going to start building our smaller version of the other pond. Check this out. Look at the walking onions. I think I'm inundated with walking onions. What do you think? So these are ready to go, ready to harvest. Once again, I started these only on about 100 seeds. And it has given me threefold back. And actually, as a matter of fact, some of these are, if I get close enough, starting to sprout on the vine. So these are extremely viable seeds, and I'm really happy that I planted them. So this is going to remain our walking onion patch, and we'll be just continuously harvesting seed off of that. Our 2 beds of asparagus, this one and this one, are done. And now we have a bed of Great Northern garlic that is drying down. So let's see if we can maybe pull this out and see what it looks like. Or at least one of them. I'm curious. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. So now I can take this, clip it to about here, let it dry, clean it up a little bit, and replant it in the fall. And just for fun, we'll pull up one of our young Mateki garlics and see what that looks like. There we go, that's better. So now what I did was I just ran the hose over it really quickly. This is a really young Mateki garlic. This is about a year old. And so now you can see where you're getting those nice colors. You're gonna wanna replant it for the fall to get that big, full garlic bulb the following year. But look at the beautiful pink and red in that. Isn't that awesome? Full flavored, spicy, if you like the kind of the garlic taste where it's sort of really spicy when you cook it. Really good. That's it for us today, guys. Thanks for joining us on your weekend. I hope everybody's having a fabulous weekend. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them below. See you soon.